See, I'm still working on my my intro. Like maybe I should be like, "Good morning, San Diego." See, that's just not me, you know. I'm more of like, "Good morning, San Diego. Here's your local news, motherfuckers." Like, what? He just called a fucker? I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. No, I'm saying fuck. All right. Or maybe I should go all Robin Williams, like, "Good morning, Vietnam." Or just be like, "Good morning, San Diego. Here is your news, Fibonojji style." You're like, Fibonojji? All right, here we go. Let me read the news here. There's all kinds of things I want to cover. Today is Monday, August 29, 2016. The local news, San Diego. We may even talk about some Wall Street Journal stuff. I know you're busy, dude. I know you're busy. You're like, I'm very busy. In fact, governments all over the world are trying to figure out how to get old people to stay at work longer. And when I'm not doing that, I'm in the kitchen. In fact, we're going to talk about this. This is a local Young Lee CEO. I'll show you, kind of give you an example of the difference between a local CEO and a corporate CEO. Where are we going here? All right, let's talk national news. You're like, good. In fact, I might even give you some relationship advice. That's all we want. That's all we want. We just see, that's what's wrong with America. We just want something pretty and safe. Did you hear that line? Listen to this again. Maybe I should give relationship advice and say pretty and safe. Here we go. Fed officials are turning culture to negative rates. I'll sing the news, baby. Slow IPO market poised to rebound. Here we go. Southwest plane landed safely. The FAA is ratcheting up safety standards. And by the way, Sony's Don't Breathe opened up at $26.1 million. That's a lot of money, dude. I love cinema. All right, let's do the local news here. Let's kind of talk about some stuff. Not pretty and safe. Remember I talked about with the business drones. Whenever you see the word drones in any newspaper, go hashtag Fourth Amendment. Just think Fourth Amendment and then read the article. It's really interesting how drones and the Fourth Amendment and how it's just really, really interesting. You're like, okay, now I get you're one of those like Fourth Amendment constitutionalist people, and I don't know what the Constitution is. I just vote for people who have vagina. All right, we'll talk about Trump, Hillary, maybe at another time. I'm sort of like, this is one of those races where one more time, it's like the worst person. You're not so much voting for one person, you're voting against somebody. In fact, let me just show you here. Fred Dickey, mother keeps going despite horrendous challenge. This is a great example of hashtag MRA. I don't want to go into it. MRA shit kind of gets me down. But, in fact, read this article, Fred Dickey. And it really should be titled, "Parents Keep Going Despite Horrendous Challenge." But the feminist movement is sort of the new Marxism. And there's, again, do yourself a favor, do me a favor, Google Adolf Hitler propaganda quotes. All right? You're like, Adolf Hitler propaganda quotes? Drones and now Hitler? What's going on? Is he like on the wild side? A little bit. We're going to take a walk on the wild side. And I'll read you the news, Fibonojji style. This is a great example of how, go read Adolf Hitler propaganda quotes and then go watch your local news. And in fact, one thing that people don't really get is like how the feminist organization, how the feminist movement is now the new Marxism. And, they're not for equality. I'll talk about that later. But go read this article and notice how it talks about the mother in a lonely, never-ending struggle, which her only defense is love. And then it says at the very end, it talks about her husband in a really, really negative way. It's like, he just can't stay, but after 10 years of living with autism, he can't stay. Which, again, this article should be called "Parents Keep Going Despite Horrendous Challenge." And just notice how the man is spoken about as, in a very negative way. And mothers and women are always and usually cast in some sort of virtuous, and he's just this killer guy that, he just can't stay. Anyway, hashtag MRA. Sports, baby. Let's go to sports. Take a walk on the wild side. Sports. 49er QB says he'll continue sitting. You know what? First Amendment, dude. First Amendment. I'm glad we live in a country. Now, do I support that? I'm a libertarian, dude. But I like the fact that we live in a country. This is not Korea yet. And, you know, he has a right. Let's go back to Palomino. We're not in hell. I think I got a joke even. All right. So, First Amendment, dude. That's what makes America great. We can say all kinds of things. Okay, here you go. Fourth Amendment. Big payday for Apple's CEO. $135 million. It says Tim Cook has hit his performance goals, but Apple's stock has stumbled. Shares down 20%. 20%. You know, the difference between a corporate CEO and a local CEO is this. See, when these guys, when their stock goes down 20%, they still look like this. But like when the local CEO, see, this is what the real CEO, the real CEO is the guy in the kitchen. The real CEO is the guy, he looks like this, like Young Lee, CEO of Flame Broiler Restaurant Chain. See, when his business goes down 20%, he doesn't look like this. He looks like this. And there's such a difference between a corporate CEO and the local CEO. In fact, you know what? In fact, I got to brag on this guy here. Where is this Tim Cook guy? I'll brag on him before I yell at him. You know, Tim Cook, wherever you're at, if you want me to, I would love to interview you on the Fourth Amendment. Because you were one of the very few CEOs to actually stand up for the Fourth Amendment. Remember that time that the government was trying to create that back door, and the only CEO that stood up and said, hey, no, we got a Fourth Amendment, guys. We can't be a conduit of technology. We got to be, the only CEO that did it was Tim Cook. Tim Cook. So, hey, Tim Cook, sorry about the stock. Good job on the 135. I would love to interview you on this YouTube channel on the Fourth Amendment. So thank you. You know, we need more people like you, and you have an impossible job. I mean, you literally followed the most legendary CEO in the last 100 years. I mean, you know, so he has an impossible job, and Steve Jobs would have told the government to go fuck themselves. And even though I think Tim Cook buckled, he at least stood up for him. So, hey, Tim Cook, love to interview you on the Fourth Amendment. Thank you for doing that. Keep doing that, because we need more people like you. And also we need more... all right, remember I said enough about the Fourth Amendment. Let's go to Harry Styles. I think maybe... I've heard somewhere that he and Taylor are never getting back together. And again, I'm not sure if it's a true thing or not, but I think he's either so mean or they're never getting back together. But I think this is interesting. 57%, dude. These guys, they're making 57% of their money through performing, you know, which I think kind of makes them better performers. You know, you could put them in these boxes and they could be overly synthesized and enhanced. But man, I think it's interesting how technology has affected the music industry. In fact, you want to see a really good documentary, go watch the Tower Records documentary. It's a great example of how you have to watch technology. And you know, it's one reason why I'm doing this YouTube Fibonojji thing. I mean, I'm obviously just having fun. You know, but I probably should have been like a journalist major in college. I was a biology guy, but you know, I think I hate to say it, but I think print is dead, and I don't think people really read the newspaper. And I think a lot of these advertising on the print is really, I don't want to say it, but you know, when I built my company, I built a company for. Now I wasn't this kind of CEO. I was the guy in the kitchen. I built my company from zero to $500,000. You know how I did it? Through digital media, through blogging and WordPress. And that's one reason why I'm going to start I'm starting a local company that's going to help small businesses, hopefully be a little entertaining. I might even tell some jokes. But you know, if I can strengthen the local community, in fact, I'll help somebody out here. I'll give some love here. I thought this was kind of cute. Love and happiness. Let's really, really send some love. You know, maybe I should be like a matchmaker. I should be like a matchmaker. Nobody would be a better matchmaker than me. I mean, I'm probably, the thing is, see, I'm divorced, 2 kids, 2 beautiful, happy, loving kids. Maybe I should be a matchmaker because, see, those who can't teach, I mean, anyway, don't get me, there's tons of reasons why I should be a matchmaker, but let me just send some love to this guy. Love and happiness. Here's a tall, attractive, white male, retired, financially secure, seeks retired, mature senior lady to love and spoil. I'm all for like Tinder and Bumble and eHarmony, even though I don't really like eHarmony. But dude, maybe I should just help people find love. In fact, if you're in the San Diego area and you have a business you want me to promote, pay me $1,800 and I'll do it. I'll write some blogs. I might even write 2 or 3 blogs. I might, if you pay me $5 bazillion, I may come interview you. Anyway, I believe that we have to create a fusion between the newspaper and the online space, and I'll be a part of that, or I'll attempt to do that. And if you are in the San Diego area and you want me to promote your business, or maybe you want me just to be a matchmaker, you let me know. Man, that's what I should do. I could write my own matchmakers, and I could help connect people, and man, that would be great. Because like I said, Bumble, Tinder, there's just something about. Anyway, don't get me on it. Love and happiness, tall, attractive, retired, financially secure, man. Call him, man. Meet singles right now. Call Fibonojji. Just real people like you. Browse and exchange messages. How would I set it up? Would it be? I wouldn't recreate Tinder or recreate Bumble. What would be? I think it's just the old school matchmaker. Like one of the additions that I would make to online dating is I would integrate video. And so here you would pay me, I don't know, $1 million, or I'll cut you a deal. You'll pay me $100,000. Okay, or how about you paid me $1,000? Like, how much is love worth? Let's say you paid me $1,000, and I would create a video of you reading your profile. And we might even have like one of those old school like 800 numbers, where you do that and kind of thing. Because one of the things I think with online dating is it's becomes almost like another Facebook, another Instagram, where people just really, I'm on Tinder, I'm on Bumble. Dude, it's just like these women create these avatars, and they're on these yachts and they're, I'm like, dude, that's not real life, dude. I love to travel internationally. Well, yeah, who doesn't like to travel? Anyway, so maybe I should do that, or maybe I'll just promote small businesses, or, I'll tell a joke. Where's my joke? Where is it? I think it's kind of funny. You can tell me. It's on how a lot of, check this out. I got to hustle here. It says, on the range, here's my joke. I'm kind of a wannabe comic. We'll see what we can do here. It says, on the range, sharpshooters hold their horses. It says birth control darts are aimed at a wild population. It's going to sting, baby. You're like, what? Birth control, contraception? What the fuck? That's not funny. I know he's hashtag MRA, but that's not even funny. Okay, here we go. You're not in hell, baby. This is just contraceptive joke. There is going to be, how like some horses, there's like a horse called a Mustang. And what a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of the medical innovations is coming from the veterinarian world. Like Premarin. Like when you want to calm your chick down, you want to slow her roll. When you want her to chill the fuck out, you're giving her Premarin. And that mare is a horse. It's literally horse urine. So a lot of these innovations are coming from the veterinarian world, just because there's fewer regulations. So that's one reason why, regulations stifles companies. So a lot of these medical things are coming from the veterinarian world. Well, there's a new contraceptive coming from. It's kind of it's sort of a Chinese American contraceptive, and it's coming. I think Merck is partnering with a Chinese company, and they're coming up with the name of it, and it's called, the Chinese company is called Pu, and the Merck name is Tang. So it's called Putang, and then it's called the No Baby Putang, No Baby Putang, and then the French company's like, No Baby Putang. Okay, there you go. Seriously, it's going to sting. You guys have a great day. Email Americana417@gmail.com. Remember, you're not in hell, you are in San Diego.